None
to
of
class.
us went to airports. None of us, like, that's what they, I don't know whether the parents went. I didn't go to airport and all for receiving. I said, okay, well, like any other tournament, anyway, she'll come to academy tomorrow, we'll meet there. So that normal things are, and that should be the case. If for every small achievement, if we are celebrating so much, we should be happy. See, you cannot say this is success. There is no definition for it. I know people who went to 2650 and not able to play candidates, or not able to go to top play world championships, so they were upset all their life. And I know people who are 16-1700s doing very well, they are happy after into coaching and all. So success don't have any definition.
How important do you think having a good team is?
Everything. During tournament, we'll be in touch with students very less.
Oh,
That's all. This is the things we are following from the day one in the academy. Request you saying, sir, what if you are going to play, what about our kids? When these discussions come and these guys trusted us for a while, it is not easy. In future, I don't want any one of them to feel that, okay, Anna didn't tell me this that time, or didn't force me to do it. Otherwise, my life would have been different. I see, obviously, when someone don't get result, the obvious thing comes from the parent is, you are not taking that class, so they are not getting result.
Krishna, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
we
you,
are
Aditya.
here at Dikshita's house,
Yeah.
and we were lucky to have a very nice lunch.
Yeah.
So, Krishna, if you can start by telling a bit about how did you start your academy, the timeline, and how Dikshita became a part of it.
Sure. Hi, Aditya. I started academy around 2021 December. That time just after pandemic. So then there was some ups and downs. After I started academy, there was one more wave. Last wave it came. So it was a little struggle. So after 1 year, around 2022 December, Dikshita joined my academy. So from then around 1200 rating. So around 10 years old. Yeah. From then it all started. Yes.
So Dikshita has seen the journey of your academy also, how
True.
you have grown as an
Exactly.
academy. When you started, were you alone or you had
alone.
a team?
I'm like okay. I was alone. First 1
Okay.
year I was alone. Slowly, okay. After a few months, I realized we need a team to do it. Like when we wanted to do year, like whole year work and all, we need a team. If we are doing camps and all, we can do alone. So I thought, okay, I added like one after one. Then I realized it's better to train coaches. So even some people who some players who are about to become coaches, they came to me, learned and become coaches as well. So like that we created team. So yes.
Great. And Dikshita came to you when she was 1200. She just learned the basics of chess.
Exactly.
She mentioned that she used to know very basics, and then her entire training changed. Tell us about the growth you have seen of her throughout these years, and especially in the last 2 months.
2 months, yes. So yeah, so around last nearly 4 years she's there by this December. She was in the batch 2 that time. The rating batches are there. So for a while she's in the same batch. Okay, whatever batch students are in, I'll be monitoring everything. So that time, like okay, it was consistent. Okay, she was trained by Chaitanya that time. She is the coach of that batch. Yeah, I can see that starting she was very motivated. Like at the age of 10, she's already very serious. I can see, and I think that exact time when she joined, she is the only girl, if I remember, second girl. The other girl is like an adult. She's around 24-25 years old. She is the only small kid that time. Slowly again, many people joined and all. So yeah, I think after 1 month, 1.5 months, she won that national schools. Within that time, she joined. I thought, okay, yeah, she'll do very well in the future. We thought of it. Yeah, there was ups and downs in the next 1 year. So slowly, even I am in the learning stage that point of time. So what I used to think was, any student comes to us, we train them well. We thought they'll do well immediately. That was the immaturity I have. I can say in the starting, even students' parents are better than me in terms of patience. I was expecting more than what they were expecting about their kids. Slowly I realized, okay, fine, this is normal. It takes time. So yeah, like last 2, yeah, every year it was doing well until she was 1800, 1900. It's normal, like everyone. Usually most of the students who are continuing full time, in an average they'll increase some 200 points every year. Like that only it will happen. then only they will continue to, none of them go to school and all. Everyone write exams in the last 1-2 months. So yeah, it was obvious from, but yeah, last 1.5 year journey is very crucial. That made her what she is today. That's the important part.
Tell us about your training methods. Like, what is exactly your training method? As you mentioned that you monitor all your students.
Yes.
So if you see somebody performing way better, you take them to the first batch one, and you train them a little, like, seriously. How? Just tell us about your methods.
Nothing like that. It's just the level of positions we keep are different. That's all.
Okay.
Every batch is 10 to 5, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. One same lunchtime breaks, everything. Even the class timings, the subject will be little similar. Most of the time, like morning 3 hours will be the intense sessions. Afternoon 3 hours, 1 hour you will have end game session, and the remaining 2 hours they will be working on openings, playing practice matches. And the one coach who is taking care of that batch will be analyzing those games of weekend games. You will have every weekend you will have tournaments in Hyderabad, right? Yeah, usually GM tournaments and all will be happening during the tournament only. I'll analyze the games and all. So it is the same. It's the level of positions we keep are different. For example, the time we give will be different. That is the point. It's not that if people who are joining my academy full time, everyone is as serious as anyone who joined just 2-3 days ago. Someone joined in my academy. They are as important as Dikshita. There is undoubtedly on it. But the point is, for that batch, whatever it is required, or even in the batch when if there are more students, we'll separate them again. It's always about the numbers, not about how strong they are and all. I don't want to keep so many people in the one class and all. It won't work according to me. You need some, you need to discuss with everyone what is happening with their thought process and all. So that is the point. That's all. It's like different batch, not like different batches. Different level of seriousness is not there. It's the same level of seriousness, but the positions and all are different. Little dealing with them will be little different. That's all.
As you mentioned, end of 2021, you started as yourself for the first 1 year. How has your team grown? How has your students grown? If you can share.
Yeah, sure. So after I think around 3-4 months, I realized, I need little bit team and all. So then I took one coach and tried. He was taking evening classes and we're working it out somehow. Then after that I took Varun. Okay, he's the only coach who's not trained by me. He's already a good coach, came from outside. Yeah, he's same as me. We are having the same batches and all from then. Earlier we are doing half of days both. When I am playing tournaments, he is taking care of, because we have limited number of students. That time even he wants to play tournaments and all. We're just 23, 24 that is. We are not sure what we are going to do next. Say so and all. Slowly, then there is Women from Chaitanya. I took, and some students who wanted to become coaches also joined my academy. They were very genuine. They said, okay, I want to join. In a year or something, they want to increase some points. Then they will become coaches. Whether they'll work with me or they'll do on their own, that's up to them. So yeah, like some people joined like that, and 1 or 2 of those coaches continued to stay with me. So yeah, like that's what. So Varun, now both Varun and Chaitanya is working with me.
How important do you think having a good team is?
Everything. It's everything. Like let's say now, okay, this is afternoon. Like after 1 o'clock, I am able to come here because Varun is taking class for the batch one. So usually nowadays, okay, I did some more changes in the academy because I'm realizing. Earlier I used to think, okay, until this 2300, 2400, until someone become IM, we will work with them. Later we will send them to some other stronger coaches. But last 1-2 years, what I realized is it is very expensive at higher level. Before, what I was taking coaching before pandemic and now, it is maybe 2x, not even 3x times it got increased. So I realized it is difficult to send them to anyone. If they can afford, it's good. But because I contacted multiple coaches when Saryu's time, when she went to 2400, asking for what is the prices happening and all that, I realized it's just beyond what it is. So what I thought was, okay, people who can afford, it's good. I know where to send and all. But people who are habituated to the academy work, like all these people 10 to 5 they'll work. So to create that environment, it's better me to continue with some students. So like I said, most of the work will happen in the half day in the academy. Remaining time will be practice matches, opening discussions. This will be there. So what I thought was, slowly I wanted to 10 to 1 I want to do in the academy, and remaining afternoon around 2:30 to next 3 hours in 6 months or 1 year we are planning. These guys who are cross this 23-2400s, we want to work with them, not in yearly basis. Now I wanted to do, because they might be taking other camps, or the work method will be changing little bit. So yeah, this is Dikshta and one more voice there. They are the starting points, I can say. Recently they increased. Yeah, we'll see. So I realized like afternoons it's not possible for me to go to academy. They are taking care. So yeah, I have to do two separate, one academy batch and one these higher batches where they just need camps. So this is our plan further. And yeah, like if I trust them and these guys, I'm leaving them to someone. Obviously they are as important, as good as me, are they're taking care of them very well. See, obviously when someone don't get result, the obvious thing comes from the parent is, you are not taking that class, so they are not getting result. But when you see these guys who got results, they went to the same method. It's same for everyone. Fees is same, we never decreased or increased any, like it's the same for everything, everyone until here. From here we have to see, depends on the budgets and their plan, then we will decide how to do that higher level. Exactly. So they are very not important, they're just everything. Then only then we can do it is. Yeah.
We also saw you play a tournament.
Yeah, recently we played, very happy. After 1 year I played a classical tournament. Yeah.
Tell us how you are taking your professional career as a chess player, or you think that no, now coaching is what I want to do.
When I started academy, frankly, it's just out of immaturity I started thinking that I can manage both. After 1 year I realized, okay, this is not the case, it's not going to work. I have to decide whether I have to continue coaching or doing playing. Again, when I took Varun also, I tried a little bit, 5-6 months around that he was taking classes, I am just trying to play and all. But okay, things are not going my way. Yeah, like later on I realized it's not possible. Like you have to either play, or okay, if you start any beginners academy, you can manage, you can keep other coaches and all. Especially these guys, every period you will find some students who are very strong. Sooner or later you literally have to sit with them, there is no other option. So yeah, it won't be possible. When especially parents suddenly ask, when someone demands and all, it's a different thing, you will react different. Someone requests you saying, sir, what if you are going to play, what about our kids? When these discussions come, and these guys trusted us for a while, it is not easy. And especially it's not because parents ask, we know after certain point it is they need you, there is no other option. I tried actually asking many coaches and all, but I did like none of them are interested, and I realized it's not going to work. So mostly I stopped long ago. I am just playing for fun. In between I tried once, but again this things affected and all, so I realized better to just be into coaching.
So if I have to put on a scale the dream of becoming a grandmaster, every player has, I'm
Yes,
sure you
exactly.
had.
I had one GM now.
Yeah, you had a GM now. You are very close. You are
Yes,
like the one step you have to
Exactly.
take.
Yeah.
And then there is this career which is blooming. You are creating the champions of tomorrow, and you can see your dreams through them in one way, if I can say. How difficult it is to let go of that.
Yeah, it's the decision. That's why I tell some of my students, by seeing us or by seeing anyone, they think okay, they'll get some title and they are maybe interested into coaching. Students about 20 years old, 25 years old, I usually tell them, it's not about, see, you cannot say this is success. There is no definition for it. I know people who went to 2650 and not able to play candidates, or not able to go to top play world championships, so they were upset all their life. And I know people who are 16-1700s doing very well, they're happy after into coaching and all. So success don't have any definition. According to me, what I think is, if you achieved according to your capability, that is success. I mean, you did maximum what you can do. See, as a player also, I know I was not very disciplined person. Okay, with little bit of talent I managed to become IM and all. So I know with a proper guidance, and I would have become GM easily. I know like, going to top was never my, I'm not very hardworking or not someone who risks everything to do that. So if I would have become GM, I would never had any regrets. That's all. Whereas I know like some of the others who can work very really hard, who can give a lot of time. For them, the ambitions are different. So this is what I realized. Coaching, I would have actually, the better thing was, it's better if I played instead of coaching that time. When I'm into coaching, I'm doing well actually, but there's no one to guide me, don't go into coaching, this is the time you have to play. There is no one to literally say. That's why when even some of the students, after they increase so many points, slowly stops listening to us. This will happen once they are 17, 18, they'll become adults and all, they stop listening to us. I know, saying that many times, most of them already stop listening to their parents this generation. So listening to coach is very difficult, but why I will tell them is, in future I don't want any one of them to feel that okay, Anna didn't tell me this that time, or didn't force me to do it, otherwise my life would have been different. I have that regret in my life. The only regret I have is, if I played 1 or 2 more years that time, I would have become GM, and the same coaching I would have done. I'm very happy. Now it is already difficult, because every period I see 1-2 students, they are literally, missing the norms, just stopping. So I can't do it. This is a situation where I got stuck. So that's why I tried it for a while, that if some one more stronger coach comes, so that I can play and all. It didn't happen. So that's all. Obviously not satisfied with that thing, but okay, at least don't try both. Which in between I did some mistakes. Like in between, I used to go to play tournaments, and there will be some problems happen in academy. I'm not able to focus.
Right.
Especially one trip I want to talk about, 2023 February. Yeah, where 4 or 5 of my students came with me to Europe. One girl is near to NIM norms, one boy is near to IM norms. Two of them about to increase their rating to their targets. Literally, I'm playing MO and seeing all those games. So okay, I decided this is the time, retire. That is the time, like when you are okay. When I'm playing bad, I spent, that trip was around 3.5 lakhs, which is very expensive. That time it was around my 2 months of income, what I was working hard in the academy. So, but okay, in spite of that, even you lost, you don't worry, you are going and checking those games. That is the period you have to retire, or you play seriously. Don't worry about the result. Okay, I decided. Yeah, it will always feel whenever sometimes you feel like okay, you wanted to play and all that. See, like the rating tournament I played, it's fun. It's like okay, I play. It's been a while. I'm so much into coaching last few months. Earlier, it was like I take half day, Varun take half day, like that. Or I take one day, he will take one day. Now he is taking one full batch. I'm taking one full batch. From last 6 months, I'm like okay, want to take some break. So I played and I had fun. Like it, I met some old friends. Everyone is half retired, So these guys, and yeah, that's fun. So that's what I played for. That's all.
You mentioned a very important point that even someone is 2650, they are not happy. Even someone is 1650, they are happy. So happiness is very important, where
Exactly.
a person finds happiness in life. Tell us about the process which you follow when a student like Dikshita is going to a tournament. How much are you involved during that time? Because you have your classes, right?
Exactly.
And then there's a player who is playing maybe in odd timing on odd time zones. How
exactly.
do you balance that?
During tournament, we'll be in touch with students very less.
Oh,
That's all. This is the things we are following from the day one in the academy. Because as a player, I know, usually as players, if we are working on our own, not with a coach, we will be little lazy. We'll think during the tournament when we don't do well, some openings don't work, we have problems in playing particular styles. We feel that okay, after going back home, we'll work and prepare all this. Again, after 1-2 months, you'll play the tournament, same problem, same thing. This is the things which I'm telling is for the 90% of the players. Top 5%, I don't know what they'll do, but remaining. So academy, what we will do is work here. Literally work here. What you're doing whole year, like 3 to 5 p.m. in the academy, that's what you have to do. You need to check openings, play practice matches, and I have good memory, very good memory. I can literally remember if I see a game of my student, I can remember it. They might be forgetting if they play with the same player after 1-2 years. I'll tell that in that local tournament you played with the player with that opening. Check it again. If I noticed it properly, then I usually won't forget. So after the tournament, I tell them, okay, check these lines. You are playing problems. You are facing problems with it, and like okay, you have to play practice matches with it and all. So work here. You have, and okay, one more good thing I did in the starting is I apart from the opening I play, I have very limited opening report at that time when I was playing. My students are playing something else, so whatever suits them, I learned them and taught them. So that now we have so many combinations. That's a good thing. So you see many okay. someone will play e4. In that, someone will play solid chess, someone will play more aggressive. It's the same way with d4. So many combinations are there. So practice matches here, it will be covered. And weekends in Hyderabad, I am very particular. I born in Rajahmundry in Andhra Pradesh. For one tournament called Brilliant School. It is very famous. For that brilliant tournament, I used to come from Rajahmundry to here to play that tournament when I was 8 years, 9 years old. I'll tell these guys, if they say, sir, weekend I want to take break and all. So I usually tell this to everyone, even after crossing 2400, she's playing weekend tournaments. If people say that, okay, we are higher rated, so if we lose weekend tournaments, the false image many people will be in. So yeah, now students are mostly realizing it, they are understanding it. So play weekend tournaments, check those openings, come to academy again. Morning time you work very hard, afternoon time it's like mostly passive learning, it is better. So 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. they're checking openings. After going home also, some half an hour, 1 hour you can check lines. See, during tournament also they'll play the same opening. What is that people's, now we are successful, no one is questioning us. I'll tell you frankly what happened in this Europe trip. 3 students played from our academy. In every classical tournament, around hardly 1.5 to 2 hours classes happened. After 3-4 games, all these 3 guys games, I used to sit for an hour and analyze those games. Same thing, every tournament around 2 times the class happened. That's all for all the 3 tournaments. Wait, I just wanted to show you something if I remember. You can, I'm just checking the messages. Every day the message is, sir, my opponent is playing this opening. I'm going to play, because usually it's been around 3-4 years, so she have 2 to 3 sets of openings for them. Which lane she is going to choose, she will only tell. If she has doubt, she'll message me, I will tell which line to choose. That's all. That is the discussion they have. Because, yeah, you can see some messages. I wanted to show you. Hi sir, my opponent is playing Kings Indian, Benoni, Benkara, and in 2024 he played Queens Indian and Nimzo. Did I gave any reply? This is something where she is playing with 2400s and she won those games. What I am doing is, in academy, people say this special preparation and all during academy, in tournament. What you are doing in academy? That's my question. You have to work here. That's the work you have to do. During tournament, you have to recheck the lines, because even remembering those lines are difficult. Just sit and remember. If they have any doubt, they'll ask me. That's all. Literally, that's all. Like, you just need 5 minutes of phone calls. That too when they lose. When they're doing well, everything is fine. So yeah, this is not the first time. Last 4 years, whoever did well, whoever won the nationals, last time when Saryu went to 2-4, or before someone went to increased a lot. With everyone, it's the same. So that is the thing. So like, you don't need to be in touch with them a lot. Yeah, when they're not doing well, yes, that's the time you little bit talk to them and all. That too not about the chess. You just suggest them where they are messing up. That's all. So yeah, that's all you do for everyone.
How much are you checking their games when you
Games will check anyway. Live will see, checking won't take much time.
Yeah, you will see one.
But analyzing those games will take time. So for that time, usually what I say is, after coming back, we can see most of our games except her last tournament, last 2-3 games, everything got analyzed most likely. Like this only. I'll just tell where it got messed up. It's not that deep analysis they can done by their own. Like, you use engines, because slowly I'll teach them from the rating of 16,700. Until then, I usually tell them not to touch engines, preferably. From then they should start using engine. At least the basic thing is to check the opening after the game where you messed up, or your opponent did something new. That information before sending him, annotate it and send me. That's what I tell them. Okay, the first basic rule is, when you are 1400, just save the games. That is the good thing. So slowly I will give tasks. Okay, today you came as 1400 and say you annotate your game, you check novelties of opening, they'll stop chess. So you go step by step. So once they are 1900, 2000s, I'm mostly telling my students, even weekend games, start to check with engines, because I taught how to do it. We'll have a discussion that once in a month or twice in a month, how to do openings on our own, how to check games. Just use engine and slowly, maybe don't be very fascinated about the choices. Okay, how I'll check is after by seeing the game. That's why I will tell parents also, don't see engines and say my kid played better or not, because as a parent you can never know by the Indian choice whether it is practical or not. If I scold any student that they didn't do well and all, that's a way because I know they really don't play it well. They didn't play well, and so yeah, that's all. Slowly, I'm teaching one after one because I know at some point these days, more than coaching, this opening seconds became very difficult to find also once they're very strong. So they have to start working many things on their own. So we are teaching them one by one. At some point, even the preparation, I'll make it 10%. I'll simplify it and give them, you just remember this. Slowly, by the time they increase, you play many openings in your limitation. You try in weekend tournaments, everything you just try here and learn. When you're going there, it should not be an experiment. You already do experiments here, practice matches and weekends. So that's all. Opening work and practice will mostly happen here. Then yeah.
Great. That's some amazing inputs for any chess coach watching this, because this is something so important that when they are in the tournament, let them play, let them be in that mode.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's come to the last 40, 50 days or 2 months that has happened. First of all, tell us that how did you plan this? How did you select the tournaments, and how did it all go?
Yeah, it's first of all, these days we have to check this K factor 40.
Yeah.
We have it should be in 18 games and only 2 tournaments should be played, and if any tournament got released, their rating will be very very huge, and next tournament they have to play with good rating. So yeah, like I know all this anyway, so I planned accordingly. Tournament planning, it shouldn't be a big case. The point is the dates, we have to see accordingly. These dates we know the rules and all, anyway we are fine, so we plan. Then yeah, flight tickets, bookings, all these things, even we have to plan budget also, because when I was playing, some countries might be very cheaper, now they become very expensive. So yeah, even one of our coach who went with Deekshita, she and one of the other parent, they both sat and literally discussed and booked flight tickets, all that. So tournament planning, it's not that only when they are ready we have to plan tournaments. Around 1.5 years ago, I told their parents, in 1 year she is going to play Europe, so be prepared. Around last February, I told them. Okay, her improvement was little slower than what we expected. So actually, she would have gone around this February or March. So it shifted to around this June. So that's all. If you think this month it is good to play, 1 month here and there it will happen. So this June we plan. I mean around June or July we thought, and July we found tournaments and she played. Tournament planning, nothing much. It's like a normal regular thing because everyone in my academy will plan which tournament to play, when to play. Everything we'll discuss.
Is there something you see in a tournament and then you decide, or any tournament is fine?
I mean, obviously, I have to. If with her rating this 1900, if you can play with higher rated from the first round, it's great. At least second round, you should play with higher rated. That's the bare minimum. No, in Europe with this rating, you will all tournaments are strong. Like even the tournament where first lag is 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh, the tournaments will be strong. For them, it should be good. So tournament planning, okay, it didn't feel difficult for me. Just the choices. There are 2-3 choices we have. In that, which one is within our budget. So all these things we have to count, right? So that's what around 3-4 months we planned, and in I think April we got the invitations. May we applied the visa. It became common, so I don't know how to, whether it is difficult to explain. I don't know. It is.
No, I was just like to process like this tournament after this tournament, even playing so many games.
Okay. Again, very good question. Like because it depends on players. Like some students when they play Europe, they miss their family a lot. 1.5 months they cannot stay. Yeah, but with Deekshita, it's not a big problem. And the other player who went with her also, we thought little bit worried, but he was also good. We didn't expect that, like it's not regular for him to go with others to tournaments. But yeah, I told them clearly that you cannot, still they don't know this K40 and all. When we had a discussion in phone that you are playing well, so let's continue. I just said it and they said like, okay sir, we'll continue. So yeah, I mean because they played so many here in India regularly, they are playing and all. Somehow coming to class regularly, doing chess regularly, it is normal. Only once you have got gap, I can experience. Around 1 year ago, I played trip. I can see after 2-3 tournaments, I am like getting tired. When I was 19-20, I used to I'm happy to play any number of tournaments. Yeah. See, and one more thing, when you are underrated, it's better to play more. It's okay to play more tournaments. But once you increase more and all, you cannot play. You have to limit yourself because you might get bad results. You have to come back from it and all. So yeah, after 2 tournaments we have 5 days break, then continuously 2 more tournaments. That should be enough for it.
Krishna, I think you will agree to this, that increasing the rating might be the easier part, holding on to it might be the tougher part. So, how do you think that the next phase of her career will be shaped? Because now she is like India number 4, world
Yeah,
number 14, 15.
yeah,
Now these are all standards she has
true,
reached, right? Now
true.
to hold on to this, to maintain this will be a little difficult rather
Yeah,
than.
you're being very modest, I can say. uh, highly impossible to maintain it. It will be decreased. It's not about to maintain. The real challenge is about you will decrease, but how you will take is important. That is the fact. How you will take, literally, after you decrease rating, you can stop trusting coach. Happens. You think that this is not enough, something should be done, will have many questions will come, and many people from outside start to say this is not enough, that is so many. When things are working, it is easy to trust everything. When things are not working, that's where challenges comes. So yeah, I have to see, because like I said, until now they literally listen everything what I said from the day one. I still remember when, okay, after we get name, now things are different. In the starting, people used to ask which batch she is in, which batch she is in, who is the coach. I still remember her father didn't ask me until for 1 month and all. There is national schools in a month. They didn't ask. I am only, because it became habit and that time to explain every parent. And he was like, no problem, sir. I asked my kid. She said that she liked the coaching, so I am not going to question. From there, things went here, and now we have to see again how to work it out and all. So yeah, I mean, after you lose rating, or first of all, you should not think you are 2400. That's a fact. You have to be practical. 1 month, 2 months ago, we played here, we are 2000s here and there. Yeah, everything worked well, we played very good, we increased. So how we will take it is very important. After maybe 6 months or 1 year, you have to work so hard, and still things might not work for you. Let's say, for example, like I told in last interviews, everything also, we just expected her to get women IM norms, which she did it successfully. This women GM norm and IM norm, something we are very happy about, and we had thought if things might work, she might get women GM norm and all, but the IM norm we didn't even expect. She just need half point out of last 2 runs to get a IM norm. That's how she played. She maybe needs some. If she beat 2 bar 2, she would have got GM norm. That when she played that good. So yeah, now you are playing with higher rating. I know how things will be. Yeah, will. I know some students, I'm really worried to make them play Europe. I know suddenly if they increase, that decrease and all. First of all, parents cannot take it, and that pressure will be done to kids. At least with Saryu, that I remember, that parents never pressurized her. I'm very happy about it. They're always like, okay, like it's completely her choice or whatever she's doing. So with Deekshita also mostly same. They are more of dependent on me, saying that okay, you decide what it is. So I wanted to see how with some players I wanted them to play Europe, but I know what happens after that increase and all, if they cannot maintain. First of all, you should not take it seriously. Play those weekends. Like I'm saying, this Pika rapid tournament, I didn't expect her to play. I thought she'll prepare for the. She's the one who wanted to play now. I said okay, play. This baggage and all, you should not take it. That's for sure. Now I became a big player. If I play weekend tournament, someone will beat me, and this false image will fall. Nothing. You play. That's all. So until you are going to top and all, that should be done. So yeah, I mean, things won't be easy for now. That's why you have to be more stronger. Should not have self doubt, first of all. Not that not only them, I see students who go from 1700 to 20 in shorter period. Not one go 100 like that, they'll increase, suddenly they'll decrease 100. I see start to doubt them. I can see them start to doubt themselves. Say okay, this is very normal. They think they're not doing something correct, or all these doubts. I say this is normal. You no need to doubt yourself or coach. Neither thing. It's very normal. It's just some people have doubt that okay, if we can't win these tournaments, playing stronger tournament doesn't make sense. No, nothing like that. I, Many GMs, if they play this rating tournament a while ago, they couldn't have win. First of all, they already have one GM and 2-3 IMs we played. None of them won the tournament. No, kids won the tournament, right? Who is 2200, 21. Second and third guys, I think they are 2100s, 20s. They did it. So that is very obvious. Doesn't mean you are not fit for it and all. So you should accept it.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so that's all. This acceptance and working hard is something which will help you. That's all.
There's one important, very important point that you mentioned about trusting. I was speaking to Dikshita's father, and he mentioned that from day one, I had full trust on
Yes.
Krishna. Tell me how important this is, and like, not to blame anybody, but when there is a trust completely, does it give you a much more advantage than everything is questioned?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this is what I say. Not trust coach, trust your kid. Because trusting coach, you cannot say how you know the coach is correct or not. Trusting kid is there. And one more thing, this is what I tell in general parents who are not happy with their kid's result and want to stop chess. If a player takes decision on their own, that they wanted to stop chess or want to take break, they will take the okay, when they wanted to restart, they will take the responsibility, they will work hard and they do well. When parents take these decisions, instead of okay, kids wanted to play or take coaching from some people, they wanted to take other decisions. If they don't work well, they will blame parents at some point. That will happen. So especially when there is someone to blame, they won't take responsibility also. So usually it is better to trust kids. Even I have seen this at some point when there are very less number of students, maybe 2 3 in the batch 2. We don't have an option. Sometimes we have to merge financial problems and all. Very rarely it used to happen. I have seen an 8-year-old kid saying that they didn't like the coaching, and the father trusted the kid. At that time we already got good name, and he said to me, sir, my kid is not comfortable with the class, we want to change. I'm very happy that they trusted their kid. Instead of some reputed academy, they trusted, they left it. What I'm saying is, after some point when they increase, they can come back. But this is what very important, an 8 years old or 9 years old can also understand when they like the coaching or not that okay, you cannot say because someone got name they are perfect. So I say this always, trust the kid. I'm talking about small kids, 8 and 10. People are already 14, 15, all these guys. So that is better. Like trusting the kid, because they can decide whether they like the coaching, or if they have anything uncomfortable, they will say it. Something like that. But not trusting coach again. I have seen these cases. Someone came to me, many kids came to me saying that they wasted time in the previous academy and all, whatever. They said we even informed our parents, but they forced us to continue. I asked why. They said that's famous academies. The coaches are famous before they made IMs, GMs. You didn't see with your own eyes really they did it or not. Like in our education system, someone become top, people will buy people will buy players. Little that happens. So you never know what is. Yeah, if the kids do it, they'll take the responsibility. Yeah, somehow it is better to trust kid than coach. If he likes the coaching, better to continue. If he is not, let's have a small discussion, try to see some more days, have discussion with the coach, then stop. That is better than trusting coach and all. You cannot be universe, that cannot be a universal statement. That's what I believe.
Right. Finally, I want to ask you a question. You were very honest about it and direct about it, that like rating decrease is a part of a player's journey.
Yes.
Now that Dikshita's story has is almost viral, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it has been shared on major major media and all.
Exactly.
Not only chess, outside
Outside
also
also,
chess.
true.
Chess. Now anything that she does will be a focal point. Do
Yeah.
you think that adds as a pressure?
No, her parents are enough for to make her stay how to say grounded. I mean, nothing, no pressure for her, for sure. We are there in the academy. She'll play practice matches with regularly 8900s, and they'll beat her in practice matches. So there is no way she will get all this, what is a pressure feeling, all that. That's very frankly I'm saying. So same thing. They only if someone, okay, everyone around you saying you are a top player, you are a big player, and player takes it, then it's a problem. Like I said, after I'm into coaching, first 1 year I'm really in a good form. I'm still playing my best. That time, very lesser number of students are there, 2, 3, 4, and all. I used to play practice matches with my students, and this strong 1700s now beating me is a different story. That time, I am someone who is getting near to GM norms. These guys still used to, out of 5 games, 1 game used to bet me. Doesn't mean I'm a bad player. This is normal. So I mean, I don't think it will happen with her. I at least hope that it will not happen with her. But yeah, so nothing I can say. Yeah, like this pressure and all, she should be habituated to it. Like first of all, that's all.
I think just to add on this point, when I asked her that when you became national champion, what happened, what changed, and she mentioned that nothing changed.
Nothing
I
changed.
came back home, it was the same. I went
None
to
of
class.
us went to airports. None of us, like, that's what they, I don't know whether the parents went. I didn't go to airport and all for receiving. I said, okay, what, like any other tournament, anyway, she'll come to academy tomorrow, we'll meet there. So that normal things are, and that should be the case. If for every small achievement, if we are celebrating so much, we should be happy. We should be happy, but not that there is a discussion in our coaches and some other parents also. Okay, she did it, so you have to go to airport. Or why? She'll come anywhere to home, text anywhere to come to class. So everything is normal. I mean, if you give so much of weightage to it, then what you said is correct. She'll take pressure all this. No, usually nothing. I feel.
That's a very, very strong lesson, I would say.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
it should go out. So it's so important to be grounded so that the ups
Exactly.
and downs, when they happen,
It's there in parents' hands. More than if I'm doing this in academy and parents start to say you are a big player, you should not play with practice match with these guys, you should not do friendship with these guys. If parents start to say this, everything will change. I know they won't do it, so it will be like she's there in the same class. We're having the same sessions. Many lower rated students than are doing better than her solving. Like every day, whatever happened all these years is happening the same thing. So it should be the same.
wonderful,
Thank
wonderful. It is so inspiring to have coaches with this kind of mindset and this kind of vision, because that's, I think, that's a pathway to create great players.
True. Yeah.
That to be like very close to reality,
Yes. Exactly.
because these highs and lows are a part of a sportsman's
Exactly.
journey.
See, as a chess player's career, you'll hardly have success. Think like this. Okay, maybe in your early years you might win some nationals and all. For boys, I'm talking about. Until they become IM, nothing. You become IM, you have a big achievement. You become GM. Maximum you become 2-6. So in life, you hardly have 3 achievements. Over. You will be playing at least 20-30 years of your playing career. Girls, maybe 2 more. Women IM, women GM. So if they start to think, apart from the tournaments where they don't get norms, if they don't do well, then it's been out of some every year around 12 to 15 you will play. So you might only get 1 or 2 norms. So remaining 13, if you feel like failure, that's not the case. So it is very normal. Even tournaments where you don't do well, it's a learning and all. That's what I usually tell. Keep targets for an year, not 1 month, 2 months and all. So every year you are doing well, you are increasing rating. It's good. After you increase so much, the plan will be different. Now, let's play first. See what happens. No one knows what is going to happen, and take whatever we get. The reason, see, for boys, I don't want to do what I'm doing for girls, because I know if they increase so much, then getting norms and all will be difficult. But for girls, because of the financial problems, it is unavoidable. If they do well, for example, Deekshita won nationals many times. I told you, if you remember, last time we had an interview for another girl who got second in under 17 nationals, if you remember.
Yes.
Then when Deekshita won nationals, national schools, every time Deekshita do well, there will be some big tournament happening and you won't be available in Hyderabad. Where every time I was messaging you, okay, she won, and you are congratulating me. We are just waiting for interview. Okay, now it became normal for her. Last 1 month, last few days, everyone is interviewing. Before, even those things are like very special and all that. So the point is, okay, they should be habituated to all this. Like, okay, so should not take, okay, after once or twice you will feel excited. Later everything will be same and all. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Krishna. It was wonderful to get your thoughts and your clarity. I think the things you have learned as a player, you are imbibing them on your students. All the very best in the upcoming journey, and we want to see more students from your academy shine in the world of chess. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The